Good morning, everybody. It's December 21st, 2022. I'm meteorologist Bo Dotson. And if you're not a Weather Talk subscriber, then go over to weathertalk.com and subscribe, and then go to the App Store. First, subscribe at the weathertalk.com website, then go to the App Store and download the Bo Dotson Weather Talk app. It's under Weather Talk in the App Store. Then you can receive the app messages with ice storm alerts, winter storm alerts, tornado bulletins, severe weather alerts, social media alerts when I send out a new video or Facebook Live. You can receive the daily forecast, the daily blog, and more. All right, we have a big winter storm that's going to impact a huge portion of the United States. Look at this hodgepodge of winter weather advisory and products that covers literally all of the central and eastern United States. In our region, we'll zoom in here. We have a little bit of everything. We have winter storm watches for portions of the area, Bollinger, Cape Girardeau, across towards Pope, into northwest Kentucky, northward. Winter storm warnings, Randolph, St. Genevieve County. This watch may be upgraded to a winter weather advisory or winter storm warning at some point. We've got wind chill watches, wind chill warnings across the entire area. Just a real mess developing over the next 24 to 36 hours. I do expect the Weather Service to go ahead and fill in all this rest of this region with winter storm watches, warnings, and or winter weather advisories. Either way, the forecast is the same. Hasn't changed for 4 or 5 days now. 1 to 3 inches of snow with icy road conditions developing Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. Near whiteout conditions possible at the peak of the heaviest snow band with strong and gusty winds. Let's take a look at the source of this cold air. And I've been showing you this over the last few days. Again today, minus 56 degrees in Canada. We move into the northern U.S., minus 20s, minus 18s, minus single digits in South Dakota. That's the cold air that will pour into our region over the coming 24 to 36 hours. Bitterly cold air. We have not experienced cold air like this since at least 2014 and maybe 1985, with the wind chills dipping into the minus 20s across portions of the region, if not all of the region. Very, very cold, dangerously cold air, particularly dangerous cold air event. We do not want you to get caught outside in this. Let's take a look at some data. Okay, right off the bat, let's look at the timing of the cold air, because I know you've got errands to run. It's Christmas, it's the holidays, you've got food to buy, Christmas shopping to do, you have to go to work tomorrow. So let's watch the cold air advance into the region. This particular model shows 10 a.m. the cold air arriving in Chicago to St. Louis to south central Missouri into northwestern Arkansas. Warm ahead of the system, 40s, even 50s in some counties, rapidly falling temperatures behind the cold front, so you could drop 20 to 30 degrees in 1 to 2 hours. Let's advance a couple of hours. This is 12 p.m. Give or take, this is a model, give or take an hour or two, the cold air arrives in Randolph County, Illinois, St. Genevieve County, Missouri, down to Butler County, Missouri. The cold air advancing eastward. Some rain showers ahead of it, snow immediately behind the front with a flash freeze. We'll move forward 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. We'll stop here. The cold air Evansville to Paducah to Fulton County to northwest Tennessee to Memphis. There comes your cold air. At this point, 48 degrees in Hopkinsville, 16 degrees in Cape Girardeau. That gives you an idea of the sharp temperature difference. Look at Martin, Tennessee, 46 degrees, 14 in Poplar Bluff. Very sharp temperature gradient as this cold front moves across the region. We'll stop here in the evening hours, and it's across all of my forecast counties. Bitterly cold air moving through the region. Now, accompanying this will be strong and gusty winds of 20 to 40 miles per hour. That's going to cause wind chills to dip again into the minus teens and minus 20s tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, into Friday and Friday night. Dangerously cold air. Frostbite's a real threat for children and adults. You want to cover up your hands, your fingers, ears, exposed skin. You don't want to be caught out in this. If you don't have to drive in this tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and Friday morning, do not. Stay home. Especially with the snow coming down hard at times, there could be near whiteout conditions at the peak of this. When the snow is falling the heaviest, there could be a period of whiteout conditions in some counties where the snow comes down hard enough, fast enough to reduce visibility with the strong winds, blowing snow and drifting snow. Let's take a look at the Futurecast radar. We'll move through time now. Some light showers could develop as early as tonight across the region. I'll probably bump up those chances in my next forecast update that I send out later today. Some rain showers. What that will do is wet the roadways, and that's a problem as this sharp cold front moves across the region. If the roads are wet, that moisture will freeze on the roads as snow is falling, and that will create a thin layer of ice underneath the snow. What will that do? Create icy road conditions, dangerous road conditions. Again, with the combination of the bitterly cold wind chills, you don't want to be caught outside in this winter storm. We'll stop here at about 1 o'clock tomorrow, and you can see rain ahead of the front, snow right behind it, maybe a brief period of freeze rain and sleet, 10-15 minutes, and then all to snow. And this could be briefly heavy snow, perhaps even thunder snow, a clap of thunder. Can't rule out a couple lightning strikes showing up in the region. We'll move through time here. We'll stop here about 3 o'clock, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Snow blankets the region into Thursday afternoon. This dark blue is a heavier band of snow. The models do show some banding. Occasionally banding can double snow total, so we'll keep an eye on that. Generally I have 1 to 3 inches. I can't rule out more, but I feel safe with the 1 to 3. Either way, icy roads is the end result. Let's move forward in time, and the snow moves out as we move through the mid-evening hours. Everything pushes off to the east, leaving us with gusty winds, perhaps some snow showers, snow flurries, and bitterly cold air. Let's look at the bitterly cold air. I'll switch over to the HRRR model, and we will put on first wind gusts. So watch the wind right behind the front. You can find the front pretty obvious here. These are wind gusts right behind the front, 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. Those yellows are gusts above 40. Very strong winds combined with the cold temperatures will produce the low Windex values. So we'll look at the wind chill forecast and watch that front barrel through the area, and then wind chills. This is the latest data. Wow, this is even colder than before. This is showing minus 34 degrees in Mount Vernon, minus 32 Carbondale, minus 37 in southeast Missouri. I feel safe forecasting. I'm just going to save that image because it's just so impressive. I feel safe saying that region-wide wind chills of minus 10 to minus 20, and then pockets of colder wind chills will be possible. Either way, splitting hairs here, this is a bitterly cold, unusually cold wind chill and temperature event. We don't typically see this around here. So this isn't your normal cold event. Yes, it gets cold in the winter. Yes, we usually have a little snow in the winter. This is something we don't experience very often. Some of you have never experienced this cold of weather. If you have adult children that have never experienced this kind of cold weather, let them know the safety rules on frostbite. Don't forget the elderly in this. Heating devices, kerosene heaters, space heaters. Make sure everyone is using the devices properly. We've already had some house fires this week from improper use of space heaters. Every time we have a cold event like this, we have an uptick in house fires. It's the holidays. We don't want that to happen. So let's check on everybody, make sure everybody's safe, check on your neighbors, check on the elderly, make sure your adult children know what they're doing when it comes to this bitterly cold. Frozen pipes are going to be a problem. Leave your water dripping. Make sure that you have heat lamps on your pipes under the house if possible. Google how to protect your pipes during cold weather. I've been under my house already this past week, made sure my heat lamp is on. You want to make sure you know what you're doing when you do stuff like that. You don't want to start a fire accidentally. Make sure you know what you're doing to protect your pipes. Again, use Google. Google is your friend as always. If you haven't signed up for JP's traffic app, that is something you can do to stay abreast of the latest road conditions. He also sends out alerts for accidents. He does cover much of our area, so check out his website. You can see the URL right there. And we are good friends, and he can help you with road conditions. I can help you with the weather forecast. Combine both of us, and you've got a lot of information. Alright, I'll keep the videos updated moving forward. The bottom line is the winter storm impacts the entire region tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. Widespread 1 to 3 inches of snow. Locally higher snow can't be ruled out. Blowing snow likely. Drifting snow where we have 2 or 3 or 4 inches of snow. You're going to have drifting snow. Near whiteout conditions at the peak of the system with the falling snow combined with the wind. Very low visibilities. Flash freeze, temperatures fall 20 to 30 degrees or more in 1 to 2 hours. So you could go from 50 degrees to 20 degrees, 40 degrees to the teens in a matter of an hour or two as that front moves through. You could go out and run an errand and come back and it be bitterly cold. That's the kind of cold front this is. Very unusual event. And I'm going to have a Milky Cookies with Bo tonight. Facebook Live at 7:30 p.m. I think I worked out the kinks from last night. I figured out how to do the graphics and show the camera, so we'll work on that tonight. Join me on Facebook Live on the Bo Dotson Weather Facebook page, 7:30 p.m. Let's look ahead. This is my blog. I'm just now updating it for subscribers. Subscribe at weathertalk.com. 7-day forecast. So we go through today. No weather concerns tonight. Some light showers developing late. Showers tomorrow morning, quickly changing over to snow. Snow heavy at times. Snow ending tomorrow evening, probably completely out of the region by mid-evening or so. Before 10 o'clock, should be sweeping eastward. That leaves us with bitterly cold temperatures. Tomorrow night, -5 to 5 above. Highs Friday, that's not a mistake. Highs may remain in the single digits across much of the region with wind chills -10 to -20 or below. Friday night, bitterly cold, -5 to 5 above. Saturday still in the teens, but then we warm up Sunday, maybe into the 20s. We'll see. I have 19 for now, and I have slight chances of snow. We're watching a fast-moving system Monday night. It may not snow, but I did include a 20% chance. Low confidence on that. And then Tuesday, no weather concerns. As we move towards New Year's, some of the data does show us warming up quite a bit. We'll keep an eye on another storm system around New Year's. Maybe rain. For now, it looks like rain. Of course, that's in the extended long range, so we'll just have to keep watching that one. The main concern, of course, is our winter storm.